John Wick 2014. When John Wick began development, it was anything but a guaranteed success. Originally titled Scorn, the script was a lean, dialogue-light revenge story that deliberately avoided the trends dominating action cinema at the time. Studios were hesitant to invest in a film that rejected shaky cameras, rapid cuts, and exaggerated spectacle in favor of discipline and restraint. The project's turning point came when Keanu Reeves joined. Reeves didn't simply sign on as a lead actor, he reshaped the film's identity. Having grown frustrated with overly edited action movies, Reeves insisted on authenticity, clarity, and physical credibility. He committed 2 months of preparation, training in tactical firearms, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, judo, and movement efficiency. Directors Chad Stahelski and David Leitch, both former stunt coordinators, built the film's visual language around Reeves' training. Instead of hiding limitations, the camera celebrated capability. Wide shots and extended takes allowed audiences to see complete actions unfold every strike. Reload and transition visible in frame. The development of gunfu became central to the film's identity. Combining real-world shooting techniques with martial arts flow, the choreography emphasized economy of motion. John Wick didn't fight to impress, he fought to survive. Every movement had purpose, and exhaustion was treated as part of the performance. Equally important was the film's approach to world-building. The assassin underworld was introduced quietly, gold coins. The Continental Hotel, whispered rules, never explained outright. Ian McShane's Winston and Lance Reddick's Quran embodied authority and tradition, giving the world a sense of age and order. Released with modest marketing and expectations, John Wick surprised audiences and critics alike. Its success wasn't driven by spectacle, but by respect for movement, for stunts, and for visual storytelling. The film didn't just launch a franchise, it reignited a philosophy of action filmmaking. John Wick, Chapter 2, 2017. With the unexpected success of the first film, Chapter 2 faced a new challenge: expansion without dilution. The sequel didn't just continue John Wick's story, it widened the lens, revealing the scale and hierarchy of the assassin world. The introduction of markers, blood oaths, and the High Table transformed the franchise from a personal revenge tale into a global mythology. Every rule carried weight. Every violation had consequence. The world now felt governed, ancient, and unforgiving. Keanu Reeves intensified his training, refining advanced reload techniques, multi-weapon transitions, and endurance drills. Several scenes were designed specifically to minimize editing, placing full responsibility on performance. Reeves' real-time handling of firearms became a defining feature of the franchise. Visually, the film leaned into operatic imagery. Rome's architecture, catacombs, ruins, and mirrored halls reflected John Wick's fractured existence. The Hall of Mirrors sequence required precise choreography to maintain spatial clarity while multiplying tension. Common's Cassian was introduced not as a villain, but as a professional equal. Their confrontations were staged with mutual respect, controlled, restrained, and almost polite. Violence occurred in silence, hidden in plain sight, reinforcing the franchise's unique tonal control. The ending redefined the stakes. John Wick's excommunication wasn't just a plot twist, it stripped him of protection, safety, and identity. The world he once navigated with mastery had turned against him. John Wick, Chapter 3, Parabellum 2019. Parabellum began without pause. From its opening frame, the film plunged into pure survival, reflecting a production that was equally demanding behind the scenes. Reeves undertook the most extreme training of the series, adding horseback combat, motorcycle choreography, and advanced close-quarters gunfighting. Many sequences were performed practically, requiring coordination across stunt teams, animal trainers, and camera operators. Halle Berry's Sophia introduced a new dimension of action. Her dog-assisted combat sequences were among the most complex ever staged in the franchise. Each movement was choreographed with precision, nothing improvised, nothing uncontrolled. The result was a seamless blend of human and animal performance. Visually, the film tested John Wick across symbolic environments, The library represented knowledge and tradition. The desert stripped him to survival and submission. The glass corridor finale became a technical showcase, controlled reflections, breakaway materials, and digital extensions layered to maintain clarity. Behind the scenes, the scale of the franchise had fully emerged. The world now spanned continents, factions, and philosophies. John Wick was no longer just reacting, he was resisting. The film ended not with resolution, but with rebellion. John Wick had crossed a line that could not be undone. Ballerina 2025. Ballerina marked a turning point for the franchise, its first major step beyond John Wick himself. Set between Chapter 3 and Chapter 4, the film explored the assassin world through the eyes of someone shaped by it from childhood. Ana de Armas starred as Rooney, trained by the Ruska Roma. Her fighting style was intentionally different, less controlled, more emotional. Ballet-inspired posture influenced her balance and footwork, giving her combat a distinctive rhythm. De Armas trained extensively in firearms, knife combat, and close quarters fighting to meet the franchise's demanding standards. Director Len Wiseman collaborated closely with the John Wick stunt team to maintain continuity in action language. Unlike the sprawling scale of later Wick films, Ballerina favored intimacy. Cold palettes, confined interiors, and close proximity fights emphasized vulnerability and recovery. Pain lingered. Injuries mattered. Keanu Reeves appeared as John Wick in a supporting role, reinforcing continuity without dominating the story. Ian McShane returned as Winston, while Lance Reddick's final appearance as Karen added emotional weight, making the film a bridge between eras. Ballerina examined indoctrination and identity, what it means to be trained rather than choosing the life. It proved the franchise's rules could sustain new perspectives without losing their discipline. John Wick, Chapter 4 2023. Chapter 4 was conceived as both culmination and reflection. Filmed with operatic ambition, the story reframed John Wick as a legend confronting the consequences of his own myth. Production spanned Japan, France, and Germany. Each location shaped choreography, ceremonial precision in Osaka, endurance-driven brutality in Europe. One of the film's most ambitious sequences, shot from a top-down perspective, required frame-perfect coordination across departments. Donnie Yen's Kane served as Wick's philosophical counterpart, equally lethal, but bound by duty rather than defiance. Reeves and Yen collaborated closely to design fights that communicated character through motion alone. Rather than accelerating editing, the film slowed down. Long takes emphasized exhaustion, inevitability, and consequence. Action was no longer about escalation, it was about legacy. The ending was intentionally ambiguous, allowing the legend of John Wick to linger beyond resolution.